Okay. Hi, my name is Giulia Austin, and I'm a legal intern with Maryland Volunteer Lawyers Service. During my internship, I wrote a research paper titled Property Policy and Racial Inequity in Maryland: Historical and Contemporary Impacts on Housing Stability and Wealth. In my research, I explored how Maryland property laws, particularly the tax sale system, clean lien requirement, and property assessment, continue to reinforce racial and economic inequalities. Historically, property ownership in the US has been tied to wealth and power, but for Black Marylanders, centuries of systemic racism, from redlining to restrictive covenants to urban renewal, made home ownership harder to obtain and keep. These policies created long-term disparities in wealth and neighborhood investment. Maryland's tax sale system allows cities to auction off properties when homeowners fall behind on their taxes, even if that debt is very small. Data shows that this system disproportionately affects low-income communities, specifically Black homeowners, and especially seniors. It strips families of generational wealth and destabilizes these communities. The clean lien requirement requires that all taxes and charges to be paid before heirs can transfer a home title. This often prevents families living in inherited homes from legally owning their property, even if they lived there for years. It's unique to Maryland, and it's a major barrier for intergenerational wealth, especially for Black families. Property assessment and appraisals are often biased as well. Homeowners in predominantly Black neighborhoods are undervalued, while those in predominantly white neighborhoods are typically valued higher. This perpetuates racial wealth gaps and limits the ability for Black homeowners to build equity. Through this project, I learned how deeply structural racism is built into property and tax system, especially in Maryland, not just in the past, but in the current laws and policies. I also learned how reform is possible. Maryland could raise the lien threshold for tax sales. They could eliminate the clean lien requirement for heirs. And although recent legislation has eliminated that, it gave discretion to the counties and the city, and therefore it's still present in practice. And Maryland could also hold assessors more accountable for any appraisal disparities. This project helped me see how law and policy directly shape people's daily lives, especially when it comes to housing, stability, and wealth. This project reinforced why legal advocacy and community-based reforms are so important to achieving equity in Maryland. Thank you, and that is what I learned during my internship. Bye.